Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing good today. Uh, Today is a new episode of Where I'm From, and we're gonna talk about music. We're gonna talk about traditional music. We're gonna talk about the first generation of music in Togo. So yeah. Ooh, I'm trying to do the video outside, but it's really cool right now. I don't know what degree it is, but it's really cool. So I'm about to get inside. All right, see you. Oh, damn, it's really cold outside. But anyway, so today is a new episode of Where I'm From, and we're gonna talk about music. We're gonna talk about traditional music and then the first generation of musicians from Togo. But first, let me say this. So in Togo, no, not in Togo, actually in Africa. So in Africa, when they talk about music, music is not just the music for them. Music like is kind of like a second way to express themselves. So they put their soul, their history, their tradition, food, the way they walk, the way they act, everything they put inside the music. And they can use music to tell like a long story, like history, to tell about, talk about war, to talk about anything, like to revendicate or say something about like whatever's going on, they can use music to express themselves. So that's how music, like African people take music. They don't take it like just, it's kind of like a spiritual to them. So it's not just the music. So back to Togo. So in Togo, we have the same way I said we have like a different type of tribe. Like we have like over 30 tribes, something like that. So that's the same way we have different kind of music. The sound, the way all of them sound is way different from each other. Sometimes it's common, but most of the time it's different. So they use like what is the instrument they use for traditional music, especially in Togo? So they use this type of drum. They have a big one, they have a small one. I used to play drum before too. This is the small one, and there's a little tiny one too. And you have the so-called something aya. Aya, the sounds like it. And then you have we have Gakogui. Gakogui, they use like tingu tingu, tingu ting tingu tung tingu tingu, something like that. And then we have what else? We have this, they use like this. Some people use in Ghana, so they use like this. That's how it look like. They used to play. And then we have what else? Yeah, I think pretty much on the south side, that's why they use for to play the traditional music. So when you go a little bit on the in the central, they use something else. They use kind of like a drum, but they call it like in a way we call it gong gong gong. So you put in between your arm and you play it like this. That's how you look like. So you put gong 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 gong. So that one most of the time is generated from Ife tribe. So Ife is from Nigeria. So it generated from Ife tribe. And then when you go to the north side, the real north side, you're gonna see uh different like it's gonna look like a guitar, but it's not guitar. So yeah, it's gonna look like that. And then you have a flute, like the flute. Sometimes they use like a horn. They use them to blow, and then I would say pretty much it is. Pretty much it is for the instrument they use for music, traditional music. In our tradition, when you listen before, people always saying like in the slavery time, people use drum to talk to each other. They use music to talk to each other. So I'm gonna play something. You're gonna hear it, and then I will say like pronounce the word the person say in the music. But it's gonna be in the local language in Ewe. You're listening to it, yeah. So literally in the that song, like the soundtrack I just played right now, literally just talking about this. So I'm gonna say the word Afiyamile menye gble wo milio. So it's mean in English like where we are right now is not for a playground, it's not for joke. It's something serious about to happen now. So if you are someone, you bring like a bad energy come over here, you bring like a wrong energy come over here, just manage yourself to step aside because whatever gonna happen right now, you gonna like you gonna die or something like that. I'm gonna say it like that. So it's kind of like to express when they are getting prepared to go to war. That's kind of music they play. That's kind of like a soundtrack they play. So it's kind of like it's like this. So I'm gonna sing the whole thing. Afia mile, menye gble wo milio e. Afia mile, menye gble wo milio. Amere bova ebo amadio. Amere zeva azia amadio. Flufu le gbe me be lulu le gbe me. Flufu le gbe me be lulu le gbe me. So that's how it is. So yeah, this kind of like stuff like we have a lot. And then you have so let's talk about the music. So we have the way I said we have different kind of music, and then I only know pretty much about the music on the south side. On the central to north, I really don't go over there, so I really don't know much about that. But I listen to them, but I really don't know much about it. So in the south side, there's I will just talk about the most popular one. On the south side, we have Agbaja. So Agbaja for the Airways population, they like is the most popular one. So Agbaja is generated from I will say Noche. Some people say it's generated from Ghana, but most of the time is Noche. Noche is in Togo. So for Agbaja, it's kind of like for the festival, like if they have like a big event to gather uh, the village to dance to have fun, they use that for those stuff. And then there's the second one. Sometimes they call the name for the dance, and then they give the same name to the music. So the dance is called gazo. So gazo for the Ewe people is like a dance for war. When you go into the war or after the war, when you guys win, they use that music or dance to celebrate the winning or whatever. And they sometimes they use for festival too. They use it like for the ceremony, for voodoo stuff. Yeah, they use it. And then you have Blekete, still on the south side. You have Blekete. Then you have Adifo. Adifo, that one is for the virgins. So when a female is virgin and they're about to initiate her to the adult life, then they initiate them and then they start dancing on that music and they call it Adifo. Adifo. So that's I'm not gonna show the picture right here. If you want to look for the picture, you can look for it. I'm just gonna put the name. So y'all go look for it. And that's much about it on the south side. And there is another one. It's still on the south side, but a little bit in the central. So they call that music Akpese. So that one too is generated from between Ghana and Togo too. But they call it Akpese. So Akpese is kind of like music to express your body. It's like you shake. It's most of the time it's female dance. It's not for men. So when so short story. I know for sure people say there is a in US like in US or every country they used to twerk. Twerking is not generated from US. It's actually generated from West Coast, West Africa, because most of the country over there they twerking. A lot of music like over there is twerking, about twerking for female. When you go to Senegal, when you go to Mali, when you go to Nigeria, Burkina Faso, some country on the central and east, like Tanzania. Tanzania, there is like a culture, like a music over there, like for female, they twerking a lot. So yeah, Akpese in Togo is for female, they twerking, and then uh, the dance is called bobobo, bobobo. So that's how it sounds like. Like yeah, you see the video? Yeah, that's how it look like. That's how it look like. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's we have those kind of stuff like that. So back to the music thing. So when you go to like a little bit on the north side, you're gonna see Aklan. Aklan is type of music for festival too. Like when you go to festival for party or something like that, they used to it. And that one is from the Akboso tribe. That one is from Akboso tribe. And then you have uh Kamu. Kamu is from Kabiye tribe. The Kamu, they have like a kind of festival they used to do every year. They call it Akpema. And then the second one for male is Yodu Glia. That's one for is for men. And then that time they use that time period to initiate like a man and female to introduce them to the adult life, to be a man, to be like a woman. They are ready to get married, some stuff like that. And it's most of the time it's like traditional stuff. And then you have Quanta, Gam, Gambabo, and then Dayo. That one is from really on the north and is from Moba tribe. Moba tribe, yeah. So in the Moba tribe, they have. Oh no, it's not Moba. It's really Moba. Yeah, it's Moba tribe. So they use this like a stake. When they those people have how to call it horse festival, and then they use this to dance. It's kind of like this. So it's kind of like that. I know for sure like y'all can see those stuff in like Chinese culture. They have it, but yeah, for us it's different. But anyway, so this is the video for the dance. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And I would say that's about the traditional music, the one I know about. That's how it is. And then let's talk about the first generation of musician. So the first generation of musician we have, I only know a few of them, but they have a long list, but I just know a few of them because I wasn't in that generation. I just find them. But anyway, the first one, like she's like really inspire a lot of people. Even a lot of singers right now, they're still singing right now, like person like Angelique Kidjo, she inspired them. And her name is Bella Bello. She ended up by getting like now they're putting like a national treasure. They don't go like selling stuff now. It's for just for Togo. And her name is Bella Bello. And most of her song, when we was a kid, like our mom used to sing to us, like when you're about to go to sleep, like they're gonna use that song to sing to you so you can go on bed. So type of like that. If you can't sleep, they're gonna use that for you. So a lot of people was like listening to a music when we growing up. And the second person is Fifi Rafiachu. Fifi Rafiachu, she's from Ife tribe. Ife tribe. She kind of like they speak kind of like a Yoruba, but it's not Yoruba. It's a type of Yoruba. So she is from Ife tribe. Uh, I saw her one time. That one was like when I was a kid, like a little young, really young. I was really young that time. I saw her one time, and then uh, the third person is Asia Mala. She still sing today, and most of her song is like actually from traditional music. And the other person is Akofa Akusa. Akofa Akusa, she passed away. Like uh Akofa Akusa passed away. Bella Bello passed away too. Those people, like I don't see them with my eye. The only two people I see with my eye is Fifi Rafiachu and Asia Mala. That's both. And for the men's side, I only know two of them. But there's other people, but I only know two of them. And I saw two of them too. Is King Mesan. King Mesan, he is actually sing traditional music too. Most of his song is like about traditional stuff. And the other one is Jimmy Hope. Jimmy Hope is the first person introduced us to rock and roll music. He can draw, do like art stuff, but he's the first one like introduced us to the rock and roll music, and he passed away too. Rest in peace. But anyway, yeah, this is the first like generation of musician in Togo, and then we have like a different type of group. The most popular group in Togo is Sasamaso. They play a lot, like they're like a band, and then they play a lot of record, a lot of music, and more on the old time, in the old time, like when our grandpa or our grandmother, our fathers going to the club, that's the band they used to listen to in the club. Yeah, that's the band they listen to in the club. So yeah, this is the I would say that's the end for the episode of music and the first generation of musician in Togo, and yeah, that's how it look like. So the next time I'm gonna tell you about the second generation. So the second generation is most like getting to us in hip hop world, like a rap music and hip hop. Yeah, they introduce it started like around 1995. I would say year like late 1995 to 2000. Yeah, that's the old like the second generation of musician in Togo. So I'm gonna talk about that next time. So y'all stay with me. I will see you next time. But anyway, please subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. 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 Please subscribe. 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 But anyway, I will see you guys next time. All right. Peace out.